that are not here. So we still have VLOOKUP. I think I can still answer the VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. Sorting and filtering is not, pivot table is not something difficult. So we can finish the rest of Excel today. However, I have another Excel data set that I want you to work with. It's a big data set. Let me open it. I don't know if you want us, and I have 50 questions for you guys to answer. If you want us to work on the data set next week, can you see my screen? Okay, let me share my screen. I have not shared my screen.
You've not shared.
Yes, I'll share it now. So this is the data set. So it's very dirty. You have to do everything that we learned so far. You have to practice on this data set. And I have 50 questions to answer on this data set. So my question is, do you want us to end the Excel class today, or we should work on this data set on Saturday next week? And I'll answer like 10 questions from the data sets, from the questions regarding this data set. Or do you want me to send you this data set with the 50 questions? You should do it yourself before next week so that we can start Python next week, because Python is going to take much time before we install each software. You understand? So what do you think?
Hello, good evening, everyone. My own opinion is maybe you should send it down to us. So anywhere we got stuck, we can get in touch with you.
Even though I don't think I have 50 questions. I think I have, this is all the question. Let me check. I was exaggerated before. Yeah, superstore questions. Yes, I have 15, not that one. Yeah. So, okay. These are can you see my screen, the question part? Can you see it?
For me, I can't really see the question part.
You have to show the question. Select the question, instead of the Excel.
No, we can't see it.
Okay.
Move to the question.
We only have the Excel.
Okay, I'll move to, yes, I'll move to the
data
question.
set here.
So this is the questions.
Okay,
Very simple questions. Yeah, they are very simple questions. So do you want me to send you the data set with the question? You work on it during the week. You can reach out to me. I'll create time to answer the questions. And next week we should move on with Python, because Python and SQL is going to take, we can use a day to install SQL, because we install SQL Management Studio server, and it's step by step. It will take maybe 1 hour to do both from that 2 hours that we have before we go to create a database, to start working on the query. I'm just looking at the time frame. So if you want me to send you down the question, I'll send you the answer for the class dataset and the practice dataset today. But I will not send you answer for the 50 question. You work on it. Next week, I can send you the answer for it.
I think you should go with Kafayat's idea. You send it to us. Let's work on it. Send the the one we have done yesterday and
Yeah.
today. So it will serve as a
Yes.
guide. Then we
Yes, I'll
contact you
send it.
during the week
Yeah.
if there's any challenge before
Yes.
next week.
Okay. Let's do that.
Another opinion I'm thinking, pertaining to you say we have to download some things. Maybe you just have to get in touch with us before the D-Day, as
Yeah,
in before
yeah. I
Saturday.
was,
All
yeah,
what
yeah.
you need to download, you let us know ahead. So we would have
Yes,
prepared down.
yeah, you are right. You are right. Yeah, I'll send you the step by step how to install the software. I think that will be much better for me from my end. When you are stuck, just reach out to me. I'll find a time that only don't reach out to me in the night, so I like to sleep. Oh. So I'll find time that we can install it together before the class because I don't want installing the software take much time from our little time that we have. So I think we can do that. That is sorted now. So let's go back to answer the remaining question before the Zoom end. If you have anything, you can ask. Yeah, let's find the gender using first name. Anyone that wants to go. The class data sets. We are working on that. We are continuing on the class data sets.
That's VLOOKUP now. Is that
Yes, we use VLOOKUP. We want to find the first name. What's next?
first name?
Gender name. You say that the question said find. Let me open it again. Find gender using first name. So what should I do? Our gender
Select the
column.
first name. Or is it gender column first?
Our gender column is sorry,
Lookup.
is D.
Lookup value.
So lookup value is,
Okay.
you see the formula, say lookup value. What are we looking up to? Because we are going to return the gender using first name to know if it's female or male. So what our lookup thing? Our table array is the entire table, right? And we are returning
Yes.
the column index number. Yeah, let's undo our lookup table. First name, A. So that's our first, our lookup value. What next? Please continue thinking about it. I want to use the restroom. Give me 5 minutes to use the restroom. Sorry.
Look up the values. Is it not the first name that will be the next one?
Yeah, I'm here. So to use a lookup value, so our first name to search have to be in the new column that we are using, S2. So our table array is between this from here to here to gender column. You select the table between, we want to look up between this table and sorry, undo A2 to D55. So I don't want to put the number, I just want to put only the so and our gender in how many columns? Gender column, you count 1, 2, 3, 4 in 4 rows, 4 column, comma 4. You return first. I will explain it to let me first. So identify find gender using first name and last name.
I think the first name should be that the column. Then not S2, should be A2.
A2.
Mhm.
Yes, thank you. So, because our first name is A2, yeah. So, and we want to identify using this name to identify the gender here. So, what we did is that we used A2 for our lookup value and our array table between from first name to gender. You understand? And we are returning the value gender. So our number of column where the gender fall on is number 4 column. If we are working on country that we want to use our first name to check for country, this where we put 4 here, we'll put 5. And our D will come to E column because our country column is on E. Let's see. You see what? We return United States. Is that clear? So, assuming that we are working with last name, we start with B. And our table array must start with B to E. And assuming that we are returning a gender row, we change this part to D because our table array must start with from last name column to gender column. And we are returning what value? We are returning gender. So we put 4 instead of Oopsie, you see, it's giving us all error. Lookup value B2, which is last name, and B to D. Why error? So we're saying that we want to return last name. For identify a gender. So do you have any idea here? Let me put if you look at our table array have to, yes, our table array have to be this. And no, I need to return last name. You see another error. So I think anybody. So assuming that we are returning last name instead of first name. We are returning gender using last name. Oh yeah. Do you know anything that we can do with this, or I should leave it with first name and I'll check it later so that you don't waste my time? So let's look at the next question. I'll practice that part later after the class. So the next question said that find country using the first name. I think I did that last. No need to do it again. And XLOOKUP. Retrieve country using first name. Retrieve total amount using first name. So like I said that XLOOKUP is different from just little different. Lookup value A2. Lookup array. Lookup array will be what? The lookup array
So we are
will
making
be
use of the country.
The
It could be
The whole data table.
You know, the lookup table is different from lookup array. Let's get that. We are working on first name, which is A2. And the lookup array will be 8A, not lookup table. Non-table array, I mean. So we look up array, return array. What are we returning? We are returning D. You see the difference between the XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. I love using XLOOKUP because it's very easy, very simple, easy to use compared to the VLOOKUP. When you understand the formula, our lookup value is first name, which is A2, while lookup array will be the column that we are working with. And what are we returning? We are returning the gender column. So the gender column will be return array. And you enter. And look the thread the VLOOKUP give us. VLOOKUP, you look up the value, table array, column index number. That column index number is the column that you are returning, the gender one you have to count to know the number the column fall into. So it's 4, and a return range lookup either false or true. Yeah. So between the S array and VLOOKUP, I prefer using X lookup than using VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is older version for Excel, while XLOOKUP is very easy to use. It's building in Excel. So data module 8, you can answer the second part in module 6, XLOOKUP for this number 2. So for the module 8, data filter country United States, is very easy. You want to filter the column, the country. You can come here, you go to data, you filter here, and you sort here. So I've answered both filter and sort. So you want to filter the amount or you want to sort the amount, you come here, sort by what? Do you want to sort by country? You want to see which country has the highest total amount. You can sort by A, from A to Z, or from Z to A. It depends on your choice. So if you want to do Z, that is it. You use country, United States, 1,000 plus. So when you want to filter this, you want to work with only United States, you click here, you come here, you uncheck everything, you click on United States. It will give you only United States data. Module 9. Go. So create a pivot table showing total sale by country. So I need to go back. I want to use the entire data set. So this is our data set. So you want to create pivot table, you select your data, you come to insert pivot table here, from table range, you may name it pivot table. So new worksheet, you want to let your pivot table a new worksheet or the exit worksheet. If you use the exit worksheet, it will create the pivot table inside here. But if you click on the new one, it will show you I think I selected wrong. Let's refresh this. Just want to show you briefly before I create this Zoom. I think I selected another. No. Let me start. Let me drag and select it myself. Down here. Pivot table. So this is the pivot table here. And the question said that show total sale by country. So you drag your country to rows and you drag your total sale to value. So this is the answer. Show total value, total sale by country. When you want to create a pie chart, customer distribution by gender, so you may create another. Let me see if I can use. So I'll create another pivot table to create pie chart showing customer distribution by gender, customer. So I think we'll do this. You can do this part by yourself. Let me explain to you. You come back to the data set here. If you want to create a customer, because the data set does not say that, create a pie chart showing first name by gender. Customer distribution must be a numeric value. So you do count for that. When you drag your gender here, let me see. It will have count value at bottom automatically. Do count. Let me check. If it doesn't, you have to create the count part by yourself. So you have to create the count part, but I'm just using this as example, not the total sum. So you come here, count number. So we have total female of 38 and male of 12, and we have missing value of 2. Do you get what I did there? Do you get what I did? I can go back before the meeting and so using this one, you can create a pie chart. They ask us to do a pie chart. You come here. So our female is the blue part, while our male is the orange part. The missing value blank is the green part. You can format this by add data label. So 38, 12, and 2. So you can format the chart by right click and format the data label. You come here, value, don't put separation. So I'll put it aside. So for you to see it clearly, and you can format it. So any question? The Zoom will end in the next 3 or 4 minutes. Any question?
Not for now. If I have any, I will just
Okay,
input it.
just let me know. The last one is dashboard development. I think when you work with the Supercenter data set, we can create a big dashboard together after you finish the assignment.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So
Okay.
I will resend you this data set that I work on so that you can look at the formula, everything that I did on it. Okay. I'll get back to you guys maybe Wednesday or Thursday on the YouTube stuff so that we'll finalize which one we'll go for next week. Thank you so much for your time. I'll
Thank you
see
so
you
much,
guys
too.
Thank
next
you,
week
ma'am.
Really
by
appreciate it.
God grace. You're welcome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.